And hello everybody, Jay Wade here. I'm on my way into town, late night here, about 10:30. A little bit of rain going on, it's not too bad. I've got about 8 minutes until I reach my destination. Thought I'd get a little quickie discourse in here. A lot of stuff going on in the news, of course, as it is lately, and has been for a little over a year now with the presidential elections going on. It just seems that there's a lot of critical attitudes toward Mr. Donald Trump, and I hate to say Mr., but I do want to show respect to him a little bit at least. I am not a fan. I'm not a supporter. Some of what he says makes complete sense to me. A lot of what he says makes absolute no sense to me. And the rest of it, I just kind of don't really care. But it seems that he's the one who... Well, let me back up a second here. It seems to me that a lot of it is, he's not a politician, so he doesn't talk like one, and that doesn't just mean he doesn't use big political words, and he doesn't articulate his ideas and thoughts on a political level very well. And that's all completely understandable because, again, he's not a politician. So of course he's not going to talk like that, which I personally find to be very refreshing, just not from him. Kind of in the same way I would love to have a female president, just not the one that we have to choose right now. But that's for another time. Right now, Trump, a lot of what he says is absolutely disgusting. He has said some terrible things about women. He 100% did mock the disabled reporter, and I don't buy for a second that he didn't know that he was disabled, didn't remember him and all. That's complete crap. And when he says stuff like that, it's fairly simple to discern the difference. You're able to discern the difference between the two, of him honestly not remembering something or someone and him just lying. He's not very good at hiding when he's lying. But a lot of what he says is 100%, and I say that again, I say absolutely and 100% a lot, get used to it. 100% is extreme criticism from the liberal side of politics. Now, he is very sarcastic, extremely sarcastic, to the point of you can't tell if he's being sarcastic or serious unless you yourself are sarcastic. And there are some other people who do know what sarcasm is, but don't have the bone in them, but they can still recognize it too. But the thing is that politicians, for the most part, are not sarcastic, because they understand that when they are that way, when they say things like that in the political world, and it's been this way forever, that the opponents will rip you apart. They will sit there and they know. For example, I'm sure when Trump says about the baby, that's just recent, throwing a baby out of his rally, which I really personally couldn't care less about. I don't care who you are, what political party you belong to, what your name is. I don't care. Who cares? It's like taking a baby to a frickin' movie theater. Whatever. Get out of here. Should know better as parents. But and I just saw the clip recently. I'd heard about it, and of course I'd heard about it from the Daily Show and the Nightly Show, and I watch those because I don't want to be one of those fools who just blindly follows and only listens to people's opinions that they believe and that they agree with. I'm not like that. That's not my style. I want to know what everyone has to say. Only when you know what everyone has to say, or at least what different people have to say, only then will you know and have the greater understanding of the different and broad opinions and views across the spectrum. But so I saw the clip, and Trump said something about he had said about the baby and get it out of there or whatnot. I can't remember exactly. And then it made a joke, I love kids. I love my kids. I love my grandkids. I love babies. There's a small pause. And then he just looks over and he says, she was serious when I said I don't mind a baby being in here. Now, I'm sure that he was serious, that he does mind a baby being in there, interrupting and disrupting. Not just him, but everyone else who's in there. But the point is, when he made that specific comment, it was 100% absolute, both words back to back, complete sarcasm. And my question is, does the liberal side of politics, do they not understand what sarcasm is, and do they not recognize it when they hear it? And so when they go on these attacks, when he makes sarcastic remarks, do they honestly think that he is hating on babies or whatever the case may be? Or do they know full well that it is sarcasm, but they just don't care because it's the political cycle, the election year, and we've got to make everything this person says make him look like crap? I'm going to go with the latter. Because I absolutely refuse to believe that there are so many people out there who don't have a sarcastic bone in them. I refuse to believe that. And that is where it makes it a hypocritical situation. It's absolutely terrible. People say, well, Hillary doesn't talk like that. Hillary doesn't say sarcastic. Hillary this, Hillary. Yeah, well, Hillary's a politician. Okay, she's a politician. She's going to give you politician answers, which is to not answer the question, and it's fluffed with a bunch of BS. We all know that's what a politician's answer is. And Trump doesn't speak that way because he's not playing that game. It's a breath of fresh air. It really is. He's not going to get my vote, at least not now. Something absolutely terribly drastic would have to happen. But he's not getting my vote. But I've said from the beginning, and even when he does say stupid stuff and things that are just like, man, you shouldn't say that. I don't support him, but I support his and everyone's right to be a complete prick if they want to. Everyone has that right. And on that note, I have arrived at my destination. So, everyone have a great and wonderful time. Until next time, peace.